Hey guys, this is Dior's here. Uh, just going ahead and give you guys a little bit of a response video on that 3-day challenge that I took on. For those of you who may or may not know what that 3-day challenge is, the 3-day challenge basically is what entails a person self-inducing an artificial famine on themselves. And what that means is you go as long as you can without eating, i.e. the 3 days. You are allowed to drink water, as far as I'm aware, on this whole challenge. My personal opinion, it would be highly ill-advised not to be drinking any fluids throughout this challenge. However, you're not allowed to cheat. You're not allowed to be drinking sodas, juice, milk, protein shakes, because those all have calories. And what we were trying to do here is mimic a famine. Usually, most of the time, you're going to have access to water. Now, because, I mean, think about it. The world is covered in more than 75% water, so now whether or not the water you drink is going to be potable, that's an entirely different question. But that's not what we're here to simulate. We're not here to simulate both famine and an extreme drought. We're just trying to simulate a famine on ourselves. But I'm just going to give you a little bit of insight of what I kind of went through. So, kind of day one, I was already, after, skipping through lunch, going through a full 8-hour workday, 8-hour plus workday. I was already, like I said, I was already feeling it. It was already hurting. I was under the impression that if I got through this long enough, that eventually my stomach would stop rumbling, stop growling, and stop being hungry. But apparently, 3 days is not the case. It takes a lot longer than that. I don't want to keep going to figure out when that would be. But yeah, so the hunger definitely started getting to me. There was absolutely no way I was going to go without drinking water. I had to drink water. I had to get some fluids in me, because I'm not kidding you. You go long enough without eating on a regular basis, and then on top of that, not drinking water, you completely change as a person. Like, no joke. Complete 180 degrees for me. Like, it was utterly insane. Not drinking water and not eating at the same time for an extended period of time. I'm dead serious. I would have been driven to complete utter madness. Like, my body's already starting to revert to more of a primal animalistic instinct, and my emotions were starting to get that way too with me not drinking the water. So I had to drink water. So that is one psychological change that I went through. The other psychological change I went through is that I didn't feel motivated. Like, you have no idea how much of a morale booster food is. You have no idea how human you feel when you get a regular meal on a regular basis. Even a little snack here and there. You have no idea how much of a morale booster that is, how much that does to you emotionally. I never took that into never really took that into consideration. And I'm going to tell you something. I've done fasts in the past. I've done 18-hour fasts. I think I might have done one 24-hour fast in the past. I can't remember. I know I've done 18-hour fasts. They are not fun. But the difference between a fast and this 3-day challenge is a fast, you are not allowed to drink any fluids. You are not allowed to partake of any food or water whatsoever. Now, I'm going to be realistic with you guys. I would highly not advise trying to fast for 3 days. But if you got the ability and the willpower to do so, more power to you. But I would highly not suggest doing that. Like, that is, you're asking for a lot of problems, especially if you got a workload like me. I guarantee you, if I was not drinking water, especially with all the work I had to do, I would probably have died from dehydration, or if not, kidney failure or something of that nature, because my pee already was getting pretty dark in color. It never occurred to me how much hydration a person actually gets from the food that they eat on a daily basis. Like, I knew you got some hydration, but it didn't occur until after I got through this challenge. So right now I'm looking at the clock as I'm recording this. I am about 15 minutes away from actually completing this challenge, and I'll actually be able to eat. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, like I said, I'm not saying you need to try this. I'm not saying you should try this, that you have to try this. But I'm putting this out there. If you're going to talk shit on your SHTF, preps or your plans, or talk shit on other people's SHTF, ideas, in terms of them not wanting to lend out food or aid to other people, let me tell you something. If you haven't eaten or anything for a long time, I guarantee you, that will change your opinions. That will change your mindset. I don't care how strong of a willed individual you are. So don't think that you will not revert back to a more primal animalistic instinct. You will. It is an I and a me. Now, I try to be as generally as good of a person as I can, but like I said, I can definitely see where even people with the best intentions, they can fall away. So my challenge to you, if you're going to try knocking me for this, try putting me down for this, is you should try this yourself. Because like I said, it's easy to talk shit on somebody. Easy to talk about what you will do, what you'll not do when you got a full belly. But I'm going to tell you something right now. My opinion has not changed, not one bit. I am going to be worried about me and my family foremost. That is it. Any outsiders come in, they're not seeking shelter. Not with me, not with my family. If you didn't prepare, that's too bad. I'm sorry. In a real dire SHTF situation, like an EMP, grid down type situation, that's going to be a long time before a resupply comes out. And if you think I'm just going to go ahead and start handing out my supplies, you're sadly mistaken. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to be more apt to turn people away. And if anybody tries to be hostile with me, they'll be dealt with. But that's all I have to say. Yeah, looking forward to eating. I'm gonna, like I said, this whole metabolism, it's definitely messed up. I've probably lost somewhere between 5 and 10 pounds worth of weight. It's hard to tell how much of that was water, how much of that was fat, and how much of that was muscle. I guarantee you a good portion of that was probably muscle, because majority of your metabolism rests in your muscle inside your body. And my metabolism to begin with wasn't that great, and well, I definitely shot it up to hell doing this. So I'm gonna, when I start eating, and this is something you want to pay attention to if you try this on your own. When you start eating, eat very, very small, eat very, very slowly, small amounts of calories. You might even consider doing a little bit of physical activity. I'm considering just gonna go to the gym tomorrow. Saturdays aren't normally like my days to go to the gym. I usually try to go to the gym during the week. But I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow and try to see if I can't get my metabolism going again. But that's one of the things you want to keep in mind. Another thing I'm going to try as an experiment is I'm going to try messing with myself a little bit. They say that, for those who have gone extended periods of time without eating, they're more willing to eat things that they normally wouldn't eat. And I'm actually going to try eating some things that I don't normally eat, like raw onions. Raw onions. Not sauteed, not cooked, not breaded, just plain raw onions and plain raw celery. I normally eat raw celery anyway, but I don't eat it by itself. I eat it with like peanut butter or some kind of a hummus dip or something. But so yeah, this is pretty much all I have to say. You guys have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you next time.